I guess you could say this meeting is a response to seeking. Seeking being the energy of, well, it's actually wanting to know or wanting a better experience. Seeking. So it's basically the energy of the individual. The individual being an experience of knowing. And seeking is seeking a better experience, which includes being a good person, having better experiences, trying to know enough to feel whole and complete, trying to make this be what that experience or what the feeling is says it should be or needs to be. Seeking is a response for the individual from a sense that this appearance isn't good enough. It's not the way it should be. There's something missing or something that needs to happen. And so seeking is an effort to bring that about, to make that happen, to make this what that seeking energy feels it should be. Longing, for me, is something else, or at least I'm making a differentiation here to the experience of, to what longing is. Longing is for something beyond. So seeking is all about me. It's all about what I want or what I feel or what I know or what I don't know. It's all about me. It's all my reality. Longing is a longing for something beyond me. Seeking is only interested in seeking and finding something for itself. Longing is longing for the end of seeking. Longing is something beyond what I can do, a better experience. Longing is beyond the need for more for me. And in a way, this meeting is about both. So if there's a seeking energy, that seeking energy, you could consider it's experienced as, I know. So I'm sitting in the chair. I'm sitting, I'm hearing, I'm listening. What's happening is for me or isn't for me. Whatever's happening is happening to me as a positive or negative. That's me. That's seeking. And seeking includes seeking for more money, more sex, more food, more, just more. Basically, in the end, you can take down seeking to knowing. Because all any system can do is add knowing to it. The experience of having a good experience is a sort of a knowing. Having realizations or spiritual experiences is more knowing. Having a big house or more money or a better girlfriend or a better boyfriend is another knowing. This is just all knowing. So seeking comes out of knowing and is knowing. It's all just knowing. That's all it can do. Longing is on some level the recognition that seeking never ends. That seeking is never fulfilled. Seeking is just never enough. Now, seeking doesn't get that. Seeking is knowing, and knowing engenders or creates or is the experience of needing more. Longing is a longing for something beyond that. Something that no longer is personal. And so this meeting, I guess you could say, is about exposing the seeking energy for the hopelessness that it is. Because knowing is all it has, and knowing is the need for more knowing. So it's a hopeless endeavor. Seeking never ends. Seeking goes on and on and on. And longing is longing for something beyond the next experience. Longing for something that isn't only about me getting more or having more. The seeking energy arises for no reason. Nobody does seeking. Seeking arises out of a contracted energy in the body that says, I know. It's basically it begins, the initial knowing is here. There's a contracted energy that says here, which is a position away from everything else, separation. Immediately that here arises, I am here. So the knowing of the knowing that here is personal. What arises is personal to me. And everything else that happens, whether it happens to me or it doesn't, is mine. It's all happening within my reality. That's my experience, my life. And that knowing experience, being separate from everything else, has a sense of dissatisfaction to it, has a sense of the need. A need to protect myself, a need to become, a need to find. And really what's longed for, not by the seeking energy can only look for more. What's really longed for is the end of seeking. And that's the other part of this message. So that seeking energy is a hopeless energy because it's trying to find enough not to need to know anymore. But it is itself the need to know. It's hopeless. It's truly hopeless. Not my fault. It's just the way it is. But there is something else that can arise. And it seems to be arising more these days than ever before. You wouldn't know it at this meeting. But there are more and more people interested in this message. Because the seeking is obviously a dead end. Seeking just never fulfills. And there's something else that arises, which has been longing, a longing for something beyond more. And the longing is the end of seeking. The problem is that it isn't anything. What's longed for isn't new, isn't more, isn't another experience. What's longed for is what can't be owned, can't be known, and in that sense can't be spoken about. It would be impossible to call it unknowing, because where would unknowing be? But it's certainly a not knowing. But it's not a not knowing as a position, it's a not knowing and a not knowing. So what is not knowing, and at the same time, it's not knowing. So longing isn't for more. Longing is for this. And this is already not knowing and not knowing. There is nothing that needs to happen to bring about what's longed for. It just is completely unsatisfactory to the need of seeking. To the need of seeking, to the need of knowing, this, not knowing and not knowing, is absolutely nothing. It's meaningless. It's pointless. It's valueless. In the story of me, everything has meaning, purpose, and value. But what's longed for is the end of that need. The end of that need for more meaning, more purpose, more value. The end of the need to become good enough for this to be what's longed for. And it's unimaginable that this is that already. So there's no hierarchy, there's no authority here, there's nothing that's going to be told to you, nothing's going to be given, there's nothing to find, because nothing's really been lost. The only thing lost is only apparently lost in the seeking for more. But it has no effect on the reality that this is already what's longed for.